Well, hey there, folks. Welcome back to Stone Valley here on Farming Simulator 22. We got one field of potatoes harvested. About to move the equipment down to the other little field. But before we do that, wanted to take a look at our new chicken pen. Had this put up. We actually did a wheat harvesting contract and had quite a bit of wheat left over after the contract was all said and done with. So I got thinking, what better way to use the wheat than feed some chickens? So we got this pen built here, loaded it up with food. And you see, the chickens are happy. I got a shipment of chickens brought in. They are already mature. You see, we're already getting some eggs there. So that is going to add a little extra income. We'll be able to sell that down here at our fruit stand. The locals have been asking if we would ever be able to offer some local eggs, so now we can. So this field here was a pain. You see, I have this equipment parked over on the far side, getting down beside this greenhouse, as well as staying off the neighbor's field here was quite difficult. We ended up having to do a lot of backing up here in the field. So I am sure I've got a lot of compaction here. Going to have to do some plowing to break that up. We have the potato picker here. Now this machine actually does not require any topping to have to be done. It will top the potatoes and go ahead and dig them all in one pass. So that is pretty neat. See, we got a cow out. But so I didn't have anywhere to put these potatoes. Well, anywhere good to put them. So what I've done is actually just move some stuff around here in the shed. We got a spot here where we can just back directly in the store. Just piling them up. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the best thing, but that's the only place I have for now. So we're going to put them in there. Hopefully we can sort through them and pick out the good potatoes, bag them up, and sell some of them there at the fruit stand as well. Well, always having to wait for a cow to get out of the way. Come on, girl. Move on. What you gonna do? If you lay down. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Boy, you're stubborn. Oh my gosh, she laid down. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, we finally got through the cattle gap there and went ahead and got the truck moved down here as well. So we're going to go ahead and start on this field here. I'm going to go ahead and hit this end here. Now you do see we do have some strips in there that got missed. But it does a pretty good job. Going along and picks the potatoes all in one pass. I can't beat it. Can't beat it. Didn't have to do the topping on it beforehand. Now, since this neighbor's field is just grass, I'm not... Well, I don't want to get out in it too much. We'll swing around over here in the alfalfa field. Oh, I missed a little bit there. This thing does work slow. It only goes 4 miles an hour, I think it is. So it is a little slower than some of the other potato pickers or diggers that are available. But since you only have to make one pass, I guess it all works out in the end. Hopefully the neighbors don't mind if I run around here too much. Go ahead and do a border along this side here. Go ahead and do a border around the entire field here. Give us a little bit of breathing room. I spent so much time backing up with this thing. That other field was a huge pain. This one is a little laid out a little bit better. We don't have so many things around the field that'll block us. So it should go a little smoother. Uh-oh, I am not going to fit beside that tree there. Let's see if we can open up the... It is not going to clear. Not going to clear. We scoot over just a little bit. What do we... Oh, we are almost clear of it. There we go. Well, we have a lot of potatoes to dig over on this side here. I think we've taken 2 full trucks over to the barn and then a partial truckload. So that is about 20, maybe about 26,000 liters or so of potatoes. So I'd be interested to see what we end up making off this field. I'm pretty sure I'm losing out on this deal. This equipment was about $10,000 to rent. They had some smaller stuff in this shop that I could have used, but I went ahead with this because I thought it would go smoother. I'm not so sure it is. So we may end up spending more to harvest these potatoes than we get back out of them, but it is too late now. We have just got to push forward and get these things in and move on. So that's what we'll do. Well, alright, we got the taters all picked. Maybe they're called spuds. I don't know. But the potatoes have been harvested and we returned the picker. And it kind of went out on a limb here. The fella that owns this field, right back here, well, he's been bugging me about trying to get this grass cut and baled. So you see way off in the distance, you see a bunch of wrapped bales. Yeah? You hungry? Yeah, so I decided to go ahead and do the work for him. He's paying me pretty good. And the interesting thing is he's wanting it wrapped up into silage bales. And he's got a figure in mind about what he should get off that field. Well, he said anything else after that I could do with what I want. So we had all this old silage in here. And, well, he's selling silage. So what I did is I made a little investment in a wagon here. And then we have this grinder here that'll pick it up and shoot it into the wagon. So I've already taken 2 loads down to the sell location where he is selling his crop. And we're going to go ahead and finish up the rest of this. Get all of it loaded, well, at least one more trailer load. And get this sold off, because what I want to do is any of the extra grass, I guess, that we cut, I actually want to make some hay out of it, because I'm a little bit concerned I'm going to run out. We do have the alfalfa hay that we made, but it didn't quite make as much as I thought it would. So yeah, I want to try and get a good idea about where we're going to need to be so that I can, well, have enough silage and then also have enough to take off for the owner of the field. So I think the trailer's full there. So we're going to go ahead and hop in the 7080 here and go ahead and pull it down to the sell point. Tiny and Randy are out in the field. I believe Tiny is on the last couple strips there in the field on the mowing. And then Randy is working on getting the bales made. I told him to hold off making any more bales because I think we've got most all that we need wrapped. We're going to take this load off here and see what's left that we need to take to sell. And then we'll see about how many bales we got. Might go ahead and start picking those up and get them taken off. That way we can get a good count and see where we are. If we're good, then we'll go ahead and grab the tedder and see if we can't get some hay made off the rest of the field. So let me run this down here and see where it puts us. We'll go ahead and get back here to the farm and probably start picking up some bales. Alright, we're headed over to the sell point here with the rest of the bales that were left on the field that we had already wrapped. After dropping off the last load, we are pretty much done with the contract. We just need about 12,000 more liters to meet the requirements that the property owner wanted to meet. So we have actually more than that here on the trailer, which will be just fine. We'll go ahead and make a little bit of cash from the sale there. And then, well, I've already told Tiny and Randy to go ahead and bale up the rest of it. Now, I did ask those guys what they thought about switching over to hay, and they both had the opinion of just go ahead and wrap the rest of the bales and collect it up for silage, because we might can use it. They also had a good point. The silage sells for a bit more than the hay too, so they said, yeah, if we run out of hay, we can always sell the bales and buy some hay. So they do have a point. Since we already set up to do the baling and wrapping, we're just going to continue on with that and get the rest of that field done. So the rest of the bales we get off of it will be mine to keep. So let me run in here and get the rest of these sold here or dropped off, and we'll head on back over there and start collecting up the bales that we're going to put in the barn. Well, it has been a long day. Well, we got the equipment down here by the hose. Got to get this cleaned off before we put it away. But wanted to mention, don't think I mentioned this yet, is we're up to 150 cows. We actually had some more calves. And so we have had an increase in the size of our herd. Milk is starting to outpace what we can sell and make cheese with. So I don't know, we may have to look into another way of selling this milk here. Maybe at some point we can build our own dairy building. I don't know, we'll have to see. Ended up with quite a few bales off of that field, quite a few silage bales. We do have those in the shed. We'll go take a look here in just a moment. We'll get the grass cleaned out from underneath this mower here. So we're doing pretty good. I was very pleased to be able to clean out the bunker silo. Got rid of all of that old silage. Well, not all of it, but most all of it. We do have just a little bit left there in the back corner. Should be able to use that for mixing in the TMR. Let me turn the light on here. Full moon tonight. Quite a few bales. A lot of silage bales here in the shed, so that actually worked out really well. That should bring a pretty nice profit. Well, let me turn the flashlight back on. So as you can see, evening is here. Things have gotten quiet. August is coming to an end. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to my channel if you hadn't done so already. I do appreciate each of you for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day.